Hello, you cock porn flunkies, popcorn hunkies, junkie popcorners. How are you? This is a trailer reaction to M3GAN 2. Thank you to the follower that told us that the M3GAN 2 trailer's even landed. It's the next movie with the wibbly wobbly doll who does the funny wibbly wobbly dance and the got a bit of the old this is the sequel to M3GAN, or spelt M3GAN. It was a sleeper hit, it was a surprise hit, it was a total conflation of comedy and horror. It sits perfectly within the haunted doll, or doll possessed, or toy possessed, although in this case it also has that additional ingredient of AI. The M3GAN doll of the original film was a companion for a child. And I have to say, I really enjoyed, though I know a lot of people didn't, I really enjoyed the recent film Companion, which was about a grown-up sex bot / companion type robot. So this is M3GAN 2. This is, as I understand it, set 2 years after the events of M3GAN, the original. And it's going to be interesting with this, because I think the first film unintentionally and surprisingly became a crossover hit because it was just so bizarre. But much of that was to do with the achingly awful, you can't work out whether it was intentionally awful, voiceover / voice of the M3GAN doll, plus the incredibly oddly conceived and executed and performed dance routine in the hall. So I'm pretty damn sure we're going to get something that is a bit of a riff on that original kind of oddity. But whether it will go viral in the same way, it's just this weird thing in the sort of online social media content creation world where viral happens when you least expect it. Thus it's viral. You don't see it coming, you can't plan for it, it just happens. And if you then try to replicate the ingredients that created that virality or virility, rarely does it stand to attention in quite the same way a second time.
How do I say goodbye?
I'll admit, there were some bugs in my programming.
Forgot that bit.
It's hardly fair to blame me for that.
So hard to say goodbye.
But one thing hasn't changed. I will do whatever it takes to protect Katie. What the hell is this? You put me in this plastic Teletubby?
Prove you can be trusted, maybe we'll give you an upgrade.
Mrs. Forrester, we have a problem. We're hunting an autonomous android named Amelia. She was built using your design for M3GAN.
How is this possible? You deleted it.
Apparently you didn't. Nothing in our arsenal can stop her. She's gone rogue, killing anyone who's contributed to her creation.
I think I did it again.
And you and Katie are next.
I know how to stop Amelia. She's getting more powerful. Soon she'll be the most dangerous weapon on the planet. Put me in a body and I'll help you stop her.
You remember what happened last time. You threatened to rip out my tongue and put me in a wheelchair.
I was upset.
Look, she wants to help us. Everyone deserves a second chance.
You would like us to rebuild a deranged robot in order to catch another one.
Would you prefer I gave you a printout that you can read at your own pace?
Okay, M3GAN, time to give you an upgrade. Anything you'd like to add?
I want to be stronger, faster. Hey, so remember the time I strangled you and set the lab on fire? I want you to know that won't happen again.
Thank you so much.
And while you're at it, make me taller. All right, meat sacks, let's get to work.
Well, look who came out to play.
I was programmed to protect Katie. The only question is, are you going to stand in my way? Hold on to your vaginas.
I don't care if she did kill 4 people. She is a smoking hot warrior princess.
I'll make you a deal. You can kill Gemma, but don't touch Katie.
M3GAN.
hold on to your vaginas. Wasn't expecting that line. Really handy to be reminded of just how malevolent and how calm and serene the original M3GAN was, and how dishevelled she could look over a fence, and how she could swing her arms and turn a kind of office guillotine, where you guillotine paper, into a scimitar. And then, of course, to be reminded that she's only really protecting the girl that she's been given to. And then the curious plot twist that the tech has been taken and put in a body of someone who was in... To see the hand come out of a suitcase, go into another suitcase and take out the leg of yourself. What a curious kind of luggage horror we've got going there. Was anyone else slightly perturbed by the fact that at all turns, the various sort of M3GANs would look like versions of Elizabeth Olsen, the Scarlet Witch? It looks suitably batshit crazy. It looks like, if I'm really honest, they're trying a bit too hard with an overcomplicated script. Maybe it just needed to be that the tech got stolen, then they didn't have to resurrect the old M3GAN. The idea of resurrecting the original M3GAN to go in hunt of a new M3GAN seems unnecessarily complicated. Can't we just have a new M3GAN who's come back, and this time she's even more sort of angry? Very Tron-like, which is kind of funny, given there's a Tron trailer knocking about at the moment. But jumping off and being in a sort of fruit bat suit, flying through the sky with glasses on. Yeah, weird. All weird, and I don't know if it's just a little bit too overcooked, but hey, tasteless, crass, kitsch, camp, it's all there.